Prepare yourself for one of the most chilling, real-world horror stories ever told. Today, we dive into the terrifying events witnessed by a teenage boy who came face to face with a children's mascot hiding a deadly secret. A strange costume, a missing kid's case, and a split-second decision that saved his sister's life. This is the story of the Strawberry Bear, the day innocence turned into a nightmare. Hey, that's the Strawberry Bear! It was a dark, gloomy Friday afternoon. My 8-year-old sister Emma chirped cheerfully, tugged at the hem of my hoodie while we walking home from school. I looked up from my phone to the other side of the road. Standing there was this person in a plushy bear costume, its features exaggerated and cartoonish, with big, round blue eyes full of glitters, a large red bow at the neck, and various strawberry accessories from head to paws. It was holding up a bouquet of floating balloons and dancing apathetically. Poor thing, I thought, must be suffocating staying in that costume all day, swaying back and forth entertaining noisy kids. The cheap fur textile looked wet and matted, probably because of the heavy rain earlier. "Can I take a picture with him, please, Luke?" Emma pleaded. I frowned. "No, we have to be home early, remember? I don't want Mom to frantic call me like last time." I was being a dick, I know. All kids around here loved the Strawberry Bear. Emma was no exception. Strawberry Bear Co. started off as an ice cream and candy franchise. Then later, when their mascot became popular, they began to sell merches and plushies of the beloved bear as well. It's considered cool among the kids to have pictures taken with the Strawberry Bear. Emma seemed visibly sad, but she had always been a decent sister, so she just held onto my hand as we headed home. I remember feeling frustrated. Neither of us wanted this. Emma was old enough to walk home alone, and her elementary school is just several blocks away from home. Meanwhile, my high school is further away, and I had to take a different bus route to Emma's school to accompany her. That means I would miss out on the after-school activities with my friends, and understandably, I acted out on her. It sucks. My parents were not always this way. In fact, they used to encourage Emma and me to have fun after school and be independent. Things changed when the kids in our neighborhood started to disappear. Only some were found, or to be exact, parts of them. Whoever did that was a fucking monster. I overheard the police using the word scattered to describe the remains they found. The chain of events led to my mom gradually became paranoid. She made me walk Emma home every day and even set a time that we both need to be present. Last Friday, I thought an ice cream wouldn't hurt and took Emma to the park, which resulted in my mom calling and crying and acting all hysterical. I tried to be understanding, but parts of me were mad and helpless. I started to resent all of this. Emma was too young to get the whole picture, but I could tell that she's scared and frustrated too. As we hurried past the Strawberry Bear, I could feel her grip tighten. Something was wrong when we looked at the costume, but I didn't know for sure. The bear stood still. Days gone by, no leads on the disappeared kids, and I grew bored walking Emma home. I missed playing soccer with my buddies, and some days, if I was lucky, I would be seeing Alex on the bench too. She's a nice girl, I guess. I find myself staring at her short, fluffy, strawberry blonde hair more than I'd want to admit. Sam was the first of my friends to recognize that. "Hey, you ain't coming to the match today?" he asked during recess. "Alex will be there." I rolled my eyes, but my heart did beat faster. "And you're so sure because?" "One of her friends told me. You know I'm popular among ladies." I laughed. Sam is always too confident. He thinks he's funny, but that helped lift my spirit. It's good to think about something else other than your sister and a crazy murderer running around. "Look, dude, I'd love to go, but I have to pick up Emma. No bargaining on that." "Aw, man, just ditch her for one day. We miss having you on the team." "Let's see,"
I said and waved him goodbye. I thought about the possibilities during afternoon classes. Since last month, I have walked Emma home every day, and nothing ever happened. Nobody came to her or tried to lure her away. Our home is so close to her school. She's old enough to call for help, and my mom drilled the stranger danger thing into our heads. It wouldn't matter if I leave her alone for one day. Just one day. For myself. For my buddies and Alex. As a reward for me being so reliable and consistent, it would only make sense. Emma would be home before my mom even noticed. I kept making excuses until the bell rang. I didn't catch the bus to Emma's school. Sam tossed me his spare pair of soccer pants and said he's glad I decided to be a man. The weather was nice. A soft breeze ruffles Alex's hair as she smiled at me from the benches. She has bright blue eyes, just like mine, just like Emma's, just like the missing kids I saw across newspapers. They made me feel sick. "Hey dude, you okay?" Sam seemed worried. I tried to catch my breath and get ready for the match, but my stomach churned, and before I could clear my head, I just spoke. "Sam, can I borrow your bike?" "Well, sure, dude, but why?" "I need to get to Emma." I took the keys from him and just sped towards the bike. I had no idea if bike speeding is an offense, but if it does, then I would have gotten several tickets that day. I kept paddling until I saw Emma on her way home. She looked sad, probably because I didn't come, and judging by the distance, she must have had to waited for at least an hour before giving up and leaving by herself. "Emma!" I yelled. "Emma!" Emma turned her head and beamed. She ran to give me a tight hug. "I was so worried that the bad guy got you." I suddenly had the urge to punch my past self in the face. While I focused on my feelings and missed fun times, I forgot that Emma was also stressed and scared due to all the news. Yet she was worried about me. "I'm sorry, Emma." "It's okay," she murmured. "Is that Sam's bike? What happened?" "Nothing important. Let's go home." As we walked down the street, I once again caught sight of the strawberry bear. It was the same one we saw last time. I could tell by the wet, matted fur and the same bouquet of floating balloons. Emma didn't ask for a picture this time. She just grabbed the sleeve of my hoodie and lowered her head. Realization hit me like an isekai truck. I know. I learned that joke from Sam. People wearing strawberry bear costumes always prefer crowded places like parks, malls, or public events for advertisement purpose. Why did this one stand here, on an empty street, in the afternoon, during such a gloomy day? Chills ran down my spine. I told Emma, "Get on the bike." She seemed surprised but didn't argue. I kept an eye on the bear when we went past it. I imagined that it would chase us with a knife or something. But the strawberry bear just stood still. Next time I saw it, it was all over the news. I remembered seeing the bear's picture on TV screen. The feeling of bile rising up my throat, the fear so real that made my skin crawl. He was the monster who murdered all those kids. That man, who used to work for the Strawberry Bears Co., stole a costume and using it to lure them into his basement. He only got caught because he started to get confident and targeted an older kid who was conscious enough to run and alert the police about his scheme. My whole body was shaking uncontrollably. If I had left Emma alone that day, if I hadn't given up my match and the chance to talk to Alex. "Luke?" Emma poked her head out of the bedroom door, confused. I just strode towards her, knelt down, and pulled her into a tight embrace, fingers trembling. I was terrified of what could have happened to her. Like I mentioned, Emma's a decent sister, so she just stood there and awkwardly patted my back. "Luke, don't be sad. I'll give you my old toy, okay? Since Mom bought me a new one."
She whipped out a strawberry bear plushie. I laughed half-heartedly and declined the offer. I would have endless nightmares if I had that thing in my room. But looking at the bear again under broad daylight, I finally realized why it felt so wrong. Emma's plushie, the official mascot, has bright, almost neon pink fur. I hugged my sister again, tighter, fighting the urge to gag. The strawberry bear murderer we met dressed in a wet, matted, burgundy-colored costume. It was drenched in blood. If this terrifying story shook you the way it did to me, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more dark tales like this one. And remember, sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones pretending to make us smile. Stay safe, and see you in the next story.